What is up, all my stock market investors? It is Shaddai, and I'm back again with another Cashapp investing video. And today, we got the battle of the worst. Someone was telling me that I'm always talking about the good stocks. But today, I want to talk about the risky stocks. These are two risky stocks that I'm going to break down some information on them, and then you can tell me whether either one is worth investing in. Let's go. Oh, hey, oh, hey, oh, hey, hey. Daven Busters is the first company I'm going to talk about today, and their business model is just not working with how the economy is moving right now at this moment. One, they're sitting on very large amounts of real estate that I would say it's not really easy to flip because they've structured their real estate for their purpose. And two, we're supposed to be practicing social distancing, so it's hard to see kids playing around each other with parents watching, eating food, everybody eating food, drinking, having a good time. If we can't even hang out with our families at home, with our friends and families around our homes, yeah, Dave and Buster's doesn't really work. But if we can turn the economy around, Dave and Buster's is at a discount rate right now. If we can turn the economy around, and who knows, we can go back to normal or we may not go back to normal. That's a long debate for another day. But let's go over some stats and then we can have this discussion whether we think Dave and Buster's is worth investing in. As I make this video, Dave and Buster's stock price is currently trading at $11.90. Their 52-week low is $4.61, and their 52-week high is $59.60. So they're very close to their 52-week low. That's why I say they're on discount. Their gross profit is $798,000, and their operating expense is $650,000. There's obviously some other smaller numbers in there, but I'm just trying to keep it basic and simple. So their operating income is going to be $148,000, and that's not their full net. That's just operating. So just to give you perspective, I might have confused people in the past videos saying that that's just their complete net, and that's just their operating net. So they got other things going on too, and I'm sure they got tons of debt. They make good revenue, but when you have debt, your revenue, you have a lot of debt, kind of overshadows your revenue. So, and they were seeing a decline in quarterly earnings, up until up until what happened. They were seeing some declines in quarterlies. So their stats and their structure and the position that they're in right now is not the most beautiful, but high risk, high reward, right? That's what they say. But I probably would not be risking on Dave and Buster's, me personally, not right now at least. I just think that there's so much more bad news for a company like Dave and Buster's to come in the next handful of months, and we can see some test of that $4 or maybe get close, maybe 6, maybe 7, maybe 8. And Dave and Buster's has already talked about selling some of their stake to a private investors. So that tells me something. They know that more bad news is coming. Snapchat is a company that I don't really feel like many people understand, and it doesn't help that their balance sheet doesn't look that great. And I'm always saying content is king, and I feel like Snapchat's building their own little portfolio of content to display. They're like a Quibi, but for free. That's why, to me, Quibi's not really going to work because Snapchat's already there. They're providing you quick, easy content for you to filter and just move on with your day. And some people may be focused on like the overall, like how the ways you can interact, send private messages, cool. But that's not where I see the growth. I see the growth in the content portfolio that they're building. And yes, you may be able to see that content elsewhere, but the fact that they create shorter versions at your hands. If you're already subscribed to the channel, boom, it's already on your little Snapchat channel subscription feed. It's very just simple to use. So that's where I see the upside on them. But let's look at some statistics and then we can decide whether they're worth investing in. As I currently make this video, Snapchat is selling for $12.98. Their 52-week low is $7.89. Their 52-week high is $19.75. So kind of in the middle. They would be, for me, they'd be more better if they were in the 10 range, 9 range. I'd be, as close to the 7 as we can get. I wouldn't mind getting into Snapchat. But right now, they're still a little overpriced, I would say. Their gross profit, $819,000. Their operating expenses, $1.9 million. So they're at an operating loss of 1.1. And you just start to scratch your head and wonder how or why. Why would I invest in this company? They're losing money. And yes, they may be losing money, but there could be a quick turnaround, especially in times like this. More people are consuming more content. If they're dropping more content. They got a new show with Will Smith that seems to be pretty cool, and that's the type of stuff the user experience is going to grow. And if they can just add more, that's what they need to do. Add more. Because they're considered an advertising company at the end of the day. That's how they're making their money. A lot of these companies, they come in as social media, and they're really an advertising company. Facebook is an advertising company. That's why they're going to flow right through this whole pandemic, because they advertise. That's like their main source of income. So Snapchat just needs to ramp up their advertising, get more shows on their platform, more content, and I think that they come out as a winner. I personally would invest in Snapchat before I invest in Daven Busters. Because let's say if we continue to be stuck social distancing for a year out, I think Snapchat will be able to survive longer than Daven Busters. But I think just in general, Snapchat will be able to live longer than Daven Busters, whichever way you look at it. And I thought Snapchat was done. I think it was like a year or two back, they had a lot of backlash, and I thought they were done. I didn't think people were going to use them, but people still love using Snapchat. And like I said, it's different than Instagram, because you can be having your conversations, and then let's say if you're waiting for someone to reply or whatever, you slide over to the subscriptions and you start watching content like as if it's YouTube. Like, you don't get that for no other social media platform. So yeah, I think those two are maybe ones to look at on your watch list, and just be careful. Make sure you do your research. I always say do your own research, right? Do your own research. Google, very simple, and find some answers. These are both, but Daven Busters is discounted. Snapchat is, right? But it can get discounted, right? I think that there's a lot of upcoming news to pay attention to, and let me know in the comments if you would either invest in both of these, none of these, what your thoughts are on both of these companies and their futures. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up on this video, because it makes me smile. Thank you everybody for watching. Have a great rest of your day. I will see you tomorrow.